Hey everybody, happy Monday, happy Halloween, spooky season. Hi hi. I didn't have a costume or anything cuz I was lazy this year and I wasn't feeling it. So plus all the good stuff is for like live 2D models and I'm not a live 2D model. I had to search for stuff and I'm lazy. But anyway, happy Halloween. So we're gonna be playing more Beacon Pines today because that game is kind of creepy. I'm not even gonna lie. Cosplay as a PNG. Maybe. Oh, and if y'all notice over here, there, my hands don't work. There's a Poggers affiliate link because I am a Poggers affiliate. And yes, thank you. Use my code JAMPOG to get you some gamer juice. I haven't tried it yet. I ordered some. It hasn't gotten here yet, but I heard it was really good. So, and they got cute stickers. Strange house. Wait, didn't I change it? Did it not work? I swear I changed it earlier. Was it dumb? Heckin', that's just why I saved it like 8 times. Added your command. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, man. Because I know sometimes when I change it, it doesn't actually change, and it's really annoying. Why am I looking to the left? I'm looking forward. Heckin', hold on. I don't think that worked. The thing is probably reading my lazy eye. That is annoying. Heck. Oh well. Must be really bad today. Oh well. So we are gonna get that going. Pause that. I hate that. Like, I love that it reads my face very good, but I also do not love that it reads my face very good because it it reads my lazy eye. So it'll have me looking off to the left. Oh, did it get loud? Please don't get loud. Oh, here we go. All right. Where did we leave off? Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me plug in my controller real quick. I always forget about that. One sec. Do, 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 do. Oh, what happened to my display? Hello? Wait, no, hold on. My second monitor went blank. What in the world? Ah! What the heck? Ah! What is doing that? Why is it doing that? Hang on one sec. All right. Sorry about that. That was weird. I plugged in my controller and then my second monitor went blank. Don't know why that happened. But here we go. Speech to end all speeches. Dang it. Wait, is this? Oh, here we go. Luca woke to find himself face down in his bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncrete? Oh, that's right. Okay, that's where we were. Wow. Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand. The festival. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to do the thing. Why is the music so quiet? Is there no music now? Hmm. Alright, anyway, we gotta get to the festival. Run. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. No, not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncrete. Put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho. Sly devil. Sly. His little feet. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but we haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncrete's just loping around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up on a podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow. Snap back to reality. Optical gravity. I just saw that. Ahem. Oh! Can we not? Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yeah, before we get started, I just want to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Oof. Even gnats more than the old cougar deserve. Codger? Codger? Coger? Cougar. I'm gonna just go with that. Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie. Right, where was I? William Kerr bounded on stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival. That's terrifying. I need that chili clap. Right? And clap. Gus Valentine, everyone. He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage. Oh, dang, that's a lot of energy. That's too much. They're creepy. He's creepy. That's who he reminds me of. Those creepy tent preachers. That's the perfect description of this man. Let's hear it for our mayor. Eh, what a great turnout. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. Yes, you did. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium. Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out of his vest. See, he did have some. Community, conviction, commitment. Con man. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of a bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggum thankful for it. I don't like this man. Hold on. Change is the reason we're all here today, together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. Simple business trip, which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever. Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd. You know what? He wiped away a single tear. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change reopens opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to things that made them special. He thumped the podium to emphasize each word. Community, conviction, commitment, change. Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent in rapt attention. Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community, and Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost. Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd. The only way you made it through that foul harvest was an unshakable conviction, a conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest responded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other. His voice began to build to a crescendo. We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together, and that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Okay. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will be all making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What was that? Carl began to look around nervously. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm. Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards. Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good things in this town. So it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim. He raised his hands up to the heavens. Our harvest of... At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. Well, you died. Then, there's that ice again. Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit. Maybe we should close the book and walk away and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please. What the hell? What am I supposed to... Okay, so... These are all used. This is used. They're all used. Oh, I didn't go with sly or chill. I think everything else is used. Good cop. Sly cop. Let's start sly. Luca and Rolo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. Oh. Thank you for following, Mama Zenobia. Hello, hello, welcome. Hi. A few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver. Oi. Hey, love. How you doing? Welcome. This is Beacon Pines. If you haven't heard of it, it's a slightly creepy game about bunch of critters in the forest trying to figure out what's wrong. Basically. But yeah, welcome in. Have a seat. Found you on Zerilla. Oh, yay! I don't sim that much on here. I mostly play like games like this, but every now and then I'll sim. So yeah, I like simming on my own time, just relaxing and doing it. But but yeah, her post is awesome. She's awesome. So but thank you for following me. Wait, the music is kind of quiet. No, I need it to be louder. Hold on. There we go. What? What's going on here? You you're that mold wheel girl. Please, call me back. Sorry about all this. Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints. It seems there's been a mix up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you here? I used to mainly sim, but now I've been trying out new games. Yeah. Um, it's just because my loading screens is so slow because I have a lot of CC that it makes it awkward. um, but yeah, trying out new games is actually really fun. It's been really fun streaming. What games do you play? Juniper sent you here? Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was going to be easy. You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on the edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? The loading screen is hard, right? I suppose that makes sense. Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints. Apex, Overwatch, Minecraft. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, I am so sorry. Beck quickly removed the ropes. That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town. Second Life is one of my faves right now. I've never played Second Life. I think I played it for like one time. I went in there and I had no idea what I was doing, so I didn't really do anything else. But I've seen a lot of like Second Life like renders and it looks really pretty. Um, Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead. Oh, that's right, he did get tackled. Very true. So it turns out we're both here too. Beck twirled her hand as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought. Destroy the evidence? Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue. Yep, yo gal's nothing if not thorough. Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement. She sure is. Can't blame her though. If anyone were to find out we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here. Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle. You sure you can finish this up on your own? Jennifer trusted me. Oh God. Jennifer trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest of me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf, and wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the Perennial Harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So you have a password, nowhere to put it? It's gotta mean something, right? Good thing. Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies. Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy rave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples. Beck blinked slowly in disappointment. The password, Rolo. Uh, Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea. She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper. He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems. Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back. We just need to find the hidden meaning. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried? Cupboard? Could be a cover up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be, oh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore. Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement. Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Crin Nude's drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How'd you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go next. Nice. Oh, what's she doing here? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. Swear that man would be late to his own funeral. Hang on, I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit. It's good. Oop, where am I going? Anything? Any clues? You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down before the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this Insipid Town festival really about? I think. Gus looked around nervously. I think Mr. Kerr really just wants to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you can make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harbor's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed? Eris' cry hung in the air. We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Dang. That is a diss. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. It's getting late, children. Yeah, they don't care. We gotta find something. Wait, what is she reading? Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to put my VOD up from last time with this. I'm gonna have 2 VODs go up. This is the diner. Where's the drugstore? Oh, wait, I gotta go back the other way. Why is he outside the drugstore? Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncree. Is he still in there? Afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement. Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth. Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we may not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. Certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncree kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. Oh, okay. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncree, no. Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside. That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? Gred's new drugstore. I mean, Underground Secrets. The password. Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in. Nice. All right, let's see here. Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad. Underground Secrets. Ow, that was loud. Sounds like that did something? Great, now what? I guess we... Ah! The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear whether they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. Oh, heck. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine. I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. I definitely thought it. Hold on. I gotta scratch my ear. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the transdimensional conduits from Hank Atomic Issue 12 were real? Rollo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. Looks like each of these has something written on them. Mining Operations Alpha? You guys have mines here? Nothing I know of. This town's all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Power says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pi. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine's Fertilizer Warehouse. Is that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. This suit has a broken mask. So, have you found a mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found her hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncree and talks like a Nuncree, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech. Rollo's hand hovered over the field of blinking buttons. Eeny, meeny, miny. Ah! Rollo, what did you do? Nothing! I didn't even move yet. What was that? Hide! Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Ah! Shit. Shit! Shit! Awesome! You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets told them it was an absurd password. They love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed. Joseph waited for a moment in silence. You sound like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before. He gestured toward the strange tubes. All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and bright-eyed pharmacist, both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick. Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh. Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, say he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick and a villain, Paul Ein. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone. He shook his head wistfully. Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what he's doing. Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children. Tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this, but you forced my hand. Luca began to laugh. What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's gonna disrupt the festival? Why would she? The color drained from Nuncreed's face. How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man. Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic. You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what she's messing with. Tell me now she's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square. The fountain? But why would... A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed. She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. You all need to run. Run where? Away. Far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following them, right? Totally. See you on the other side. You good? Yep. I love this town. Ooh. Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of cameras as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. Bursts of windy air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold. That was intense. Yeah, I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it's gotten any of us. I don't feel like we traveled that far. So where did it all go? Is he still talking about his pee? This place sucks. Why would anyone ever want to... Oh my god. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only way to find out, I guess. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way? Catch up to Nuncreed. Yeah, but what's around here, though? Can I go here? Alright, let me go the right way. This is the town, right? This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear up the snow? No time, Nuncreed's getting away. This is definitely the town. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed's an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You can get used to it. We should keep moving. Look at how everything's all destroyed. As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously towards a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a rail barrel had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind. Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. It wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment. Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes. Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper. Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder. You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father still might be alive. Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened. That's not true. They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement. Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas on how to effect change. Very conveniently that your way just happens to line your pockets. Now that's not fair. They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on the knife's edge. Ooh. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed as if to give him the stage. And in that stillness, he began to... Aww. Poor Luca. He began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. Then tears crystallized. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy before remembering why this was all necessary. This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise. She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nungreen. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't. Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. Well, she smiled and he exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with thunderous thud. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, you must be willing to... Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence. Well, Gran only had time to spin around and to run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love pitted against unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That was where they remained, fixed in place forever. And so our story ends in this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets sits frozen statues of misguided band of meddlers. The end. But that's not the end. Well, that was dire. On that bright side, we finally figure out where all that ice is coming from. Now we just need to find a way to deal with the mystic, unfathomable force of nature. Okay, so we got chill left. Oh, wait. Flight. How far back does this go? Let me try flight. I want to see how that does. This goes back a ways. So flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. He looked up with surprise as it struck a tree and as it struck true and taut. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See you, jerks. Fine, we know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels. Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the... That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a deep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on the surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice? Chapter 5, Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Oh, how did they end up there? Luca pulled Iggy to his feet and they gazed across the snowy terrain. That was actually pretty badass. Huh? I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the winter wonderland? All I know is there's no going back to where we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface. Manhole cover? If this is, I've never seen one like it. And now we get to explore. How did they get here? Luca, are you there? Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying. Is that Bozo Kerr? I hope nothing bad has happened to you in these woods. Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation. No need to be rude. With resigned sigh, Luca responded. Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful. What? Luca went, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket. Gotta keep moving. That's his father's grave. Shoot, how do I get out of here? Uh, what's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still waiting. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. Think it's a town sign? It can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep in the Wheatwood. I'm looking at the evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1. Snow's gotta go. See what I can do. See if I can find some... Oh, wait. Ah. Nice. Hold on, let's sit up. The boy stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines." That doesn't make any sense. We were in Beacon Pines. How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? Guess we got turned around? Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold too. Maybe all of this leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. This stuff looks familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into, yeah. Yeah, that's how his face got like that. The puddle like accelerates growth and age. The fencing glistened. Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice. Looks like the stuff they put up around Wheatwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. It's all frozen. Looking down at the frozen steam, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice. Whatever happened here, it happened fast. Fish didn't even have time to run. Or, swim run? The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca was hushed. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion. Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay. Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway. Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy. Let's just rest for a bit. The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of today. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. Sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. It all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper. Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face. Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody types take forever to understand a very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights? Iggy shrugged. Something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? I sometimes just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control. Iggy now wept openly. Perfect little Luca Van Horn with his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet. Even she already likes you. You have Tish. He wiped his nose with a sleeve. I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know? Luca gave a warm chuckle. I get that impression. Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes. It must be raining out here. Definitely. Iggy arched into a wide yawn. We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this. Luca's eyelids begin to slowly drift shut. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more. When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember him, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Oh, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build, given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting brought close by the stethoscope. Why is that so hard to say? It was his parents fighting. You remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt, we can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading, I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping a stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom, Dad, what's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, Buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. Sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ear. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. Who's that? A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. Stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out, two brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively. Get your hands off me! Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fist lower. So what do you think you're doing? Lucas stood up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor. You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We're asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult. Big-hatted, scarfy neck, furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on this infinite expanse of possibility. Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat. Iggy huffed with gratification. How about you make like a gnat buzz off? Very well. Nat began to turn away indifferently. Wait, do you live here? You might say that. So, you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. Gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or the other. Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up. Realizing he'd worn their patience thin, Nat relented. Very well, I suppose this isn't time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home. Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes. Come here. Nat took a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Nat exhaled slowly and then snapped his fingers. Okay, open them. For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened. This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some travel gate in Wheatwood? Or teleported to some alternate universe? Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons? This is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. Huh? What do you mean? You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. What? That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. What? I am slightly confused. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which cannot would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You think so? Unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all in and no one noticed? Sus. Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover. Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered, "The source." Why'd you say the source like that? Why, indeed. Luca began to laugh uncomfortably. It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could. He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. If this really is home. He sprinted off into the pale distance. Iggy turned to follow. Nat called out, "Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Wheatwood." Oh. Chapter 6, The Source. Oh, you see, Nat walked off on the little. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off unassumingly as he arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest, but right now there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips. "You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?" There was no reply, just snow-covered silence. "Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?" Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes in the snow-covered grave. Oh, well, that's real messed up, right? Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes. Suddenly they had heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow. We gotta hide. 259K. Fall off distance, still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. Truth is overrated. He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully. Hey! Don't be such a downer, dude. That's 7. Oh shit. How are they just out there with just a sweater on? Luca and Iggy. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, fur. Come on, it's almost lunchtime. Haha, weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. Those dignities are out here literally dancing on graves. Lucas stuttered through heaving sobs. Thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice. Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head. Hey! Who is any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Not Nat mentioned something about it. That's why there's no bugs. I just realized, GG Iggy, right? I just realized that's why there's no bugs. There's no bees, there's no beetles, there's nothing, no fish. That's so weird. It all makes sense now. Nat mentioned something about a source. Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve. Whatever's at the source must be awful valuable to perennial harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate would happen to a precious source, wouldn't it? Who do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash? Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles. It's always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this. Locate the source. Well, we know what the source is. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you? Yeah. Well, do I? Ah, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. This way. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means... Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on his lid. What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids, the good stuff. So why did you bury him under a tree? It's a long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's kitchen coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another. Luca rolled his eyes with realization. No, you didn't. Iggy stifled a chuckle. Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks, so I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. But when I came back for him later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up had found him and tossed him. Iggy triumphantly raised his shoebox. Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. But they can't put fireworks in it. They're all gonna freeze. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brain. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Potomac myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast-off, loser. Crooked. Just like this whole stinging place. Oh, I got a new thing. But they can't do that. They'll freeze. No, smug Luca's a mood, right? Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts. Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the source? It's a dang hole. How do you smash a hole? Oh god, he was there the whole time. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before, he's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. That's is cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you? Mr. Kerr gazed down at the abyss in contemplation. It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What's all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined. Kerr scratched the back of his head. Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh heavens no, my role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy. His face contorted into a saccharine grin. Ugh. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply the obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is, we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime, and you happen to be extras waiting for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit. Kerr snapped his fingers. Scene change. Great. There, that's better. Deal with him. Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance. Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't. Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole. Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you, regret's one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar. But, that's far enough. Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence. Stop, you fool. Call off your goons. After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung his hands with frustration. Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here. Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air. Just us now, Iggy. You could put that down. What, like this? With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole. Oh, shoot. Ooh. Whoa. With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Oh! Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle, they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat. You reckless child, what have you done? Look at his face. Oh, God, that face is perfect. Oh, wait. Now look at his face. My head was in the way. Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use this walkie-talkie to call him back. How? What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just go. Save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go? Mr. Kerr gasped with insult. Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young. With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum oh, sorry. Get wrecked. Pum dum dum. Pumpity dum dum. He's losing his mind. Wow, can you believe this guy? Um, Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack. Kurt, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay. Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you? Every muscle in Luca's body burned. I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no. Luca felt his hand slipping. And I told you what you need to do with the bullies. I can't. It's the only way out of this mess. Two birds, one stone. Makes sense for us to fall together. Wackos travel in packs. A calm settled over Iggy's face. Luca, let me do this. Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm. Let me do the right thing for once. Aww. Luca had no choice but to... do I refuse or accept? I think this time I'm gonna accept because he's so resigned. It's kind of sad, but... With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy. Good. Aww. The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness. What the? Oh, the fireworks. Aww. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Oh, here's this person again. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly! Holy. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks to Iggy must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before Perennial Harbor arrives. Not till you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquamine is a particular substance. Convenient amount. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over? That's one way of putting it, yeah. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case. And we know everything freezes. We have some idea what that would look like. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. You know all this stuff. Why haven't you been helping? Have been, in my way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role? A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes. Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world. With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, 2 pines harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm. Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger? Just when it was getting good. I swear, I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive. Sheesh. Let's see if we refuse. And then I go back to the other thing. Oh, why my ears are so itchy today with these headphones. Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept on Mr. Kerr's face. That's good, lad. Now radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out, We we need help. Mr. Kerr's in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now! The clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror that Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end. Man, I don't think. I think this is one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing. Alright, so we have chill over here. We got any more? Let's go with chill. Where was this? Oh, okay. They run the classic. Wait, can I go back? Let's see. Good cop, chill cop. Wait, let me sit up. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool. Luca walked calmly to the light switch. Sorry. Flicking it off and on a few times. Is that an exercise ball over there? Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits. Golly, I sure got my bell rung. He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin. Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake. Look at what's going on here. Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rolo just got a little startled. Rolo's here? Rolo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave. Well, all right. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Just let me get out of these ropes and call it even. Luca glanced over to Rolo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks. Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my grand up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you? Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment. Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Sheesh. Yeah. Sorry. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town, an achievement, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes? Luca gestured towards the corner. Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation. Luca looked again to Rolo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrist. That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time. He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past, indeed. Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch. Past that must be brought to... He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs. Light! Hold on. Sorry. Son of a... Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rolo confirmed what they all heard. He just locked us down here. Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door. I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down here and let the adults handle this. They looked bewildered at each other. Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck. They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. And, uh, well, we certainly are going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in the basement. Back to the drawing board. Alright, so now we are back here. This is, I think, maybe the end. Amid the blur of emotions and memories, Luca mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed as if to give him the stage, and in the stillness he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind, the only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody prevailed every memory Luca had of his mother. Pervaded? Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Aww. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consultation, the incomparable losses they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Aww. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Aww. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother. How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people call me that are my dad and your mother. Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make that the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed. Mom? That's right, Buckaroo. Mom! Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies. Wait, that's his mom the whole time? Did she age? How come he didn't age? Eleanor? I thought you were gone. Should have known I would never abandon my son. Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness. How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed? Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where'd you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? Tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. Also, his grandmother did really die, because that's not his grandmother. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do we do? We have to stop them. Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow. They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting with fire. For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again. No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth. Luca gazed down at Nuncree with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching for answers. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. And they left him cold in the snow. Because he sucks. You don't understand. He always wins. Oh, jeez. That's ominous. Chapter 9. The Devil You Know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down a maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. Some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered with papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempest liquamine. There are dozens of them. Every one stamp failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside. Oh, and that's where she got aged. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scuff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? The man's a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear. Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone. Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated, Miss Hartman, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? Sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. Little help, please. Do you all see this? Festival's a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what yet, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn. Whispers flittered through the crowd. Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It's just easier to look the other way. The truth is... That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed. Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face. Wait, has he been the leader this whole time? Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want him to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. Dun dun dun. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful. He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground. Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. Won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon. Kerr gave a bow of deference. Founder, you are most gracious. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on. Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. One smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips. You can all call me Sharper Valentine. His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. Ugh. Ah, that's messed up. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change. Wait, no! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good. Sharper examined his new hands. Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. The festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it will help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful! Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd. Sharper, you malicious bastard. Malicious. Or malice. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, it's not a time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr? William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards. You coward! Does anyone else have something to contribute? A helpless quiet settled over the crowd. Oh, excuse me. I thought so. Do you all truly believe you can be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me, and that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy? I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give, the opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointing you would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus, an adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focusing on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. People deserve to know how hopeful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already flittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up, blatherskite could have accomplished all this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive. Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He planned on this moment, for so long that now, as a deed's fruition, it's almost felt frivolous. You see, I need a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and built this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it. Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow. Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was Pat C. the whole time? Now that your secret's out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh yeah, the random Pat C. I forgot about him. Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know each and every person in this town. I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. Choice is simple. Not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. That's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. I never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I have ever bought, but well worth it. Ha! Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles. Enough chit chat, let's get to work, shall we? Bad dog! So he was the kid, Solomon, that whole time. I knew he looked like him. And so Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where the winters grew longer and longer. The end. No, that's not the end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see. Hmm. Where do we go from here? Oh, Malice. Okay. Alright, Malice. I like that it goes way back. Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed's kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. It's a satisfying flip. It really is. Oh, we were at when he throws him into the like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there. I just want this to all be over. Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Rocky I'd check for Rolo at the treehouse. Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp. Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. I don't... I kind of trust him, but I still don't. Wait, where are we? What are we doing? There's that little scamp. The festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree. It's all a little more than sad. More than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know what festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It'd be a shame if someone, the two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan. A little hacker. How do I check? Oops. I'll go back. I forgot how I check what I'm doing. Oops. Is it this? Nope. I don't remember. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modell. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I can come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. That's so goddamn creepy. Whoa! You can get a wrench to the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare him, man, while he's junking, sonny. Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking? Might as well ask the same thing of you. Find anything good? Ugh. Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. This bunch is all shredded paper and coffee cups. Well, I better get going. I didn't see nothing and you didn't see nothing. See what? Exactly. Oh, but I want to look at the shredded paper. Ugh. Avoid him. He's creepy. He's asleep. Where am I going? I forget what I'm doing. Yeah, now we know why there's no fish. Oh, wait, he said he promised Roxy he would do something? Rolo? He aired a long holler into the woods. Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay. Luca felt his eyes getting heavy, plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to his lumpy embrace. Oh, okay. Dream time. Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, till all that was left was a single ember. Lucas stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it in his pocket. Keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin across his father's face. Place where everything that has been and everything that could be all weighed together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait, for what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo. Ugh. Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor. Are you in there? A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of me. Dangers, big and small. Lucas stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch. Jeez. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped a door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole. Stop right there, or I'll... Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me. Who are you? The large figure cocked his head inquisitively. Stop now, or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo. Nice try, but I know you weren't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. If it really is you, prove it. Flamey chicken coop, Luca. Luca's jaw dropped. What? He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rolo. Only bigger, older, changed. How? What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. Where? When did they take you? Don't know. Threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look. Rolo proudly presented his hands to Luca. Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers. Rolo, it wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small? Luca moved to the side and pointed Rolo to his reflection in the balcony window. What the? His hands shot up to his face. Holy Toledo! Rolo, what did they do to you? They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It tastes kind of like licorice. Of course, it tastes like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped. Toledo exists here. Y'all need to invest in mirrors, right? How come nobody has a mirror? You smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where the snatch people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Ha! Rolo shadow boxed a few jabs. I'll take 'em all on. Hey, fellas, what's up? With a yelp, Rolo dove behind Luca. Ah! Take cover! Did I come in a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out with your large adult friend? Ah, no, this is my buddy Rolo. Is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How'd you find us? Your silly little treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from like a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rolo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah, but she shot a nervous glance at Rolo. Anything you can say around me, you can say around Rolo. It's been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yep. Beck's eyes narrowed. Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. First order of business was to try to salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay. Just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You're the one who said change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart. Yola tried to put on a smile. Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight? Her and Mr. Kerr decided it'd be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep. Beck? He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin his job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough for her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. Can't even pick up a decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know I grew up in a town not that different from this one. That's why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But not another peep. She sighed and after a moment looked down at Beck sympathetically. I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel by dyeing your hair more, she flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair. I'll shape it out for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Her mom's kind of suck, right? Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio upgraded. My mom and I have this radio upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep, so I tried to dial into something worth listening to. I wonder if that's why they only get static, because they're blocking it. Eh, sorry. sitting up. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr? Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. So nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on that new lead researcher of deep engineering? Nellie Moldwell seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have the faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Her work must be complete before the festival. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she's finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the end game, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just that we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline and rushing into things that's caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. Eternally grateful for all you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You're only a few days away from having everything you've ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa. Yeah. So we're clear. When they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder? Luca gave Rolo a quick elbow to the ribs. Who's this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Now, as far as we know, Kurt's the top banana here at Perennial Harvest. He sounded scared for he sounded scared of this founder guy. So we have an even topper banana on the field? What the hell's my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body in the warehouse was the person's Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor got loose-ended. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they were going to hold her there until then. So if she's not coming out, we got to go in and get her. Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor. Maybe this will help. You have blueprints? Well, it's really just a welcome mat for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. She looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. Even has exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right? Rolo started to wriggle with excitement. I think we're heisting. It's officially a heist. I like the heist music. The heist. They spent the nights and huddled around the small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. Oh, Rolo. It would be no small feat, a modern facility equipped with all the manner of technology. Not to mention a swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window as used as a makeshift balcony door, they were all in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival will be used to prepare. They need to pull every resource at their disposal. Pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rolo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments. Alright, quick recap. Rolo, you're gonna talk to Roxy, cordially. Without her and Fitz, this whole thing can go bust. Me, Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new... He waved vaguely at Rolo's sizable figure. Circumstance. Ha! She'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice. Beck snorted in an involuntary giggle. And Beck, you're sure Lona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nellie is in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay, that leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy. How are you gonna persuade them? I think it's something. They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded. Oh, Godspeed. Okay. I forgot who Jeff was. Did the fisherman dude not sleep either? Damn, the piano dude is going ham. Undaunted, he shook his head. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction. But can he really pull through? I love her. Hey, Jeff. What can I do you for? Well, I know how much you hate perennial harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry. I didn't say it was the wrong word. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help. Jeff wheezed out a long snicker. You see, I knew you kids were all right. Great, so you'll help? The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly. Not a chance. But give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals. Looking in the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind. Junk? Hide. Crooked? Maybe junk? Junk! Yeah, what of it? Sorry, I got more junk than the king has copper. Ain't interested. He shouted out again. Crooked. Gah! They're all crooks, like cockroaches. Snap one out, and another comes scurrying along to take its place. Fight? I've done enough fighting for one lifetime, more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Dang it! Shit! Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit? Hide? Just Bob perked up. What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then. Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor. Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid. Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh. Say what you will. Oh, thank you for following, True Tanny. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Say what you want about old Jeff and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hate for nothing. One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home. What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. I've got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate could come in handy. This ain't gonna be free, you know. Thinking 5 bags of sour gob should cover it. Put it on my tab? Luca offered his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Chet reciprocated. Done. Swing by first thing in the morning. Nice. Got Jeff. Stay away from the telephone booth. Hey Tish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try to trick us into death again? Look, just hear me out. Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously. We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other. Iggy gave a reluctant shrug. You're not wrong. But lately life's been kinda strange, you know? Iggy considered the point. Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we put our hostilities at least pull our hostilities at least for now? Pull? We don't pull away from nothing. Buzz off. Ah. He tried again. Hard? Life's been kind of hard, you know. Hard? Life's always hard. Get over it. Oh, shoot. Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid,
True One
Raider.
Danny raided my stream with 6 viewers.
Hi. Hello, Raiders. Hi. We're here to bring the heat. We also bring cookies. Nice. I love cookies. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you for giving them a shout out. Hi. We're playing Beacon Pines today. We're just relaxing on this Monday. It's Halloween. This game's a little creepy. It's not like scary, but it's nice. Welcome in. Die. Oh, die? Really? Nice. Or day. Thank you. Hey, Day. Love your VTuber model. Thank you. Welcome to the cafe. Can you give a shout out to Day too? Thanks so much, y'all. Welcome in. We like to play like casual games around here and just relax and chill out. And on Fridays we play spooky games, but not like too scary. Except the last one we played was a little scary. But welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're playing Beacon Pines, and it is a mystery game. It's very cute. We're trying to find out what's going on with this town, and now we're planning a heist. So this is great. It's so cute. It is adorable. I love the art style so much. But yeah, so uh, a cute heist, right? Um, wait, I gotta figure this out. Life has been kind of okay. I guess I gotta go with crooked. Crooked, you know, crooked. Yeah, well, life's always crooked. Get over it. Oh wait. So wait, okay. I'm gonna go with strange because that worked. Things have been weird around here, so I'm offering the truth and asking for your help. What do you say we break? Hide our differences? Maybe hide our hostilities, at least for now. Hide? We ain't no cowards. Buzz off. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Strange. Break. What do you say we break our hostilities, at least for now? We do like breaking things. Even a truce means less breaking things? What if I told you there's a way to have a truce and break stuff? Gonna make my lunch and like, well, have fun. Have a good lunch. Thank you for the raid again. And thank you for following. Go on. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ. A wide-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face. My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And after all of this is done, maybe you and Trish could come hang out at the treehouse sometime. Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement. Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos. With a quick nod, Luca was off. Nice. Did you hear that, Tish? Iggy glazed up at Tish with a smile. He invited us to hang out at the treehouse. A single tear ran down Tish's cheek. Give me something to break. I never expected this day to come. She's speaking? How wonderful. Only thing she said was yep this whole time. That was fantastic. Into the hive. A good heist requires preparation, and thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was ordered. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple covert message, locked and loaded on my end. And Rolo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rolo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms. Just stay calm, Rollo. Look at his little fake mustache. Yep. Look at this. Oh, God. This is adorable. He's still wearing flip-flops. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery schedule for this morning. Right. He had to think quick. That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret. Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt. You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Wow, that was too easy. Our harvest awaits and such. With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the perennial harvest headquarters. Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need to know kind of thing. Oh, I'll just check. He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard. This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form, Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice. Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again? I'm. Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir? Our harvest awaits. Ready to light the candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this perennial hand fist. What was that? The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence. Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do. Clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy. I should check on that noise. Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already. Okay. Phew. That was close. I need Rollo for my Shadowrun team. A harvest of waste? Oh, that'd be fun to make a Rollo character. Hey, I figure when in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck in case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Perennial harvest reception. Better not head that way. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. What the heck? They supposed to just put their head in it? Wait. Oh. Which way do I go? Oh man. It's a maze. What? Solomon? Solomon stopped in his tracks. Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay? A veneer of confusion passed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically. No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We got a plan. Solomon's facade briefly faltered. We? Yeah, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I gotta do something first. When you run in, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. Just down this way. Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door. Office of the Founder? Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. Ha! So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate. Luca tried the handle. Locked. Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism. Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that. Luca smiled and looked at his watch. Let's just wait a minute. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it. She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle. Howdy. Good afternoon. The light on the keypad changed from red to green. How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Lucas switched on his walkie-talkie. Rolo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck in a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. Not leaving my friends, Solomon. On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in the password field. Surely you don't have a way to get around the password. Luca pecked out his best guesses. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background. How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rolo heard when we were down here before. When he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or if they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves. Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your luck. Luca quickly scanned the columns for 24601. Well, I think this should do it. Bingo bongo, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What is that slippery loud even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom's in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806. Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button. Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. 1 sec, I can't think with all this noise. He quickly skimmed the screen with his fingers. Here it is. Go, go, go. Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help. No, he wasn't. Dump the water on him. Aw, man. No water cups. Rolo! Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in. Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer, smoking to his walkie-talkie. You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped. With a self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway. That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Make a break for it. Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have him on a wild goose chase. Having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them? How long can Roxy keep someone pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? Thought you'd be happy. I finally used among the young chemist lab kit. Sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get out of here. Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I'm more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible. Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth. Substantial banding on the enamel of 2 molars consisted with Tempest liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempest liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempest liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yeah, I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of our predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing tempesiquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result by today's festival. But you didn't, right? Nellie sighed. You know how much I love a good puzzle? I poured myself into this problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and now I gotta replace my entire wardrobe. Really, truly am sorry. Meh, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. Sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that a possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. So we gotta get you out of here. Like now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved a chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Look, we got Dr. Moldwell heading your way. Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what's your plan for escape? We'll get over everything when we get there. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info? Looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secret leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell. Luca held his hand up to the ashtray. Still warm. Must have been in here recently. Malice 80 proof whiskey. Hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant. Solomon muttered inaudibly. I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Luca tugged on each of the cabinets. Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected? Luca, pay attention to this dude. He's sus. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring. Solomon once again muttered under his breath. Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. Guess that's it. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise. With a subtle quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway. Lock it, lock it, lock it! Locked. That was close. We left Nellie's office. It was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo. Before we start tossing blame around, it is possible someone ordered a pizza. We love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We are so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Look at the picture. The dartboards are on the father's head. Or his son's head. That not dartboards, darts. He was throwing darts at his son's head. Just let me think. Could someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. Whoops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no! Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Mudwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine, fertilizer, all connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's... Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul. Ha! Yes, now you've got it. Tempest, look with me. You've discovered how to reverse the process? Solomon clapped with genuine delight. Very good, Dr. Moldwell, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional. Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form, and the effects went a little too far for my taste. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work, which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please. Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand. May I present to you the eighth wonder of the... Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm. Wow, this stuff is pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You did a whole evil villain monologue, you think about it. Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca. Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste. Luca jiggled the vial mockingly. Seize him! Luca! Over here! Move another inch and I smash it. She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in clipped, measured syllables. You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens, then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency. He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity. But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed. A deep uncertainty washed over Beck. You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way this ends. She looked to Nellie shakingly. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it! We can't trust that jerk. I'm sorry, he's right. With apprehension, Beck conceded. Aw. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick. Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review. Oh, he's dead. The blood drained from Kerr's face. Of course, sir. But first you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work. Solomon shook his head with gratification. But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me his true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life. A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls. Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Till then, I suggest you use the time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Here, let me sit up. It's so easy to slide down in this chair. I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Posture check, chat, and hydrate. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo. You just need some time. Rollo is over. We lost. Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought. Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just we were so close. Got a feeling that eventually Solomon would get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in his office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find some means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope to it would be found by his successor. That was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents, Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It's about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquidamine. The color dropped from Luca's face. She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harbor, so he kept her whereabouts secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself, and I believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work, and it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion. Luca was overwhelmed with emotion. But she's alive. Where's she been? Where is she now? Sudden explosion sounded from the hall. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Miss Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd used them to make things right? And now her one shot at destroying the source had damned hole that swallowed so much of her life was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in the wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she stalked this maze of hallways was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a crew of clipboards guarding the door. A group of clipboards. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had. Graham, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Miss Lucas Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine. Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest just as Solomon finished up his speech. Thankfully, we could dispense with the formalities from here on out. Solomon pulled out a glass vial from his pocket. We gotta stop him. In one smooth motion, he drowned its contents. A triumphant smile grew across his lips. No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I'm gonna be so sure about that. With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back? I might have tweaked its wonder potion with a little... Ooh, junk, maybe? Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realized he drank his own cigar ash. Wow. How did ashes get into the vial? It was pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways. Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can all call me Sharper Valentine. His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. Oh god, he's gonna be messed up now. Yeah. Oh my god, that's messed up. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit. As the last of what was once sharper Valentine wasted in the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost, to grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way. No, I got two more things to do. You know, we're just gonna finish this today. Let's go with Malice. Malice, the whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair to dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine. His body and face contorted. What happens to him now? Oh, that's messed up. That's what I call 80 proof whiskey. I got an achievement. Pop goes the weasel. Damn, dude. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines or anywhere else for that matter again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began to laugh. First a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Throughout his tears, he regularly was aware the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing. Okay. Got one more. Change. So first he heckin' poofed. Like, pocket change? Your unlucky penny. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. Sharper Valentine. Oh god, what's gonna happen this time? Ah! Holy crap, he's a baby! Yeah, but he's still sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you. Airless awkwardly cradled the squirming child. Lol. The first time she had put cigar ash into it and he like blew away in smoke. It's like poof, it's messed up. Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked at her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty. Augustus, what do we do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for young Sharper. That would be a great help, thank you. She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl. Okay, everyone, show's over. You may leave now. Epilogue. Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindly hoped for a better future in their heart, kindled hope. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason. I love how he just gets out of bed. Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights. Hop. Where is she? There she is. There's Mom. Mom, I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I got a batch of jam to finish sharing. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing, but now I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rolo first. Shoo shoo. Oh, I didn't want to go out the back door. I heard you and Rolo had big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity one Rolo, one Luca rule. So we decided to expand, but at least we got some help with that. How's the internship at Nelly and Ilona's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me get into the School of Agriculture up at State. Also, Nelly said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. I just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown literally. This morning he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be the excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. Sure he feels the same way, but he's just too danged proud to tell you. I know. This music is fantastic. Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful for Ilona and Nelly for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Guess we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next? When perennial harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town, but some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right. Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I could be proud of. But he's literally telling people what to do. It's so cute. I see you decided on a name. Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. Slow and Dirty. Good dog. Slow and Dirty Harvest. I like it. It was actually Nelly's idea. Still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Okay. I love him. Is the fish back? Luca, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish this morning. Seriously? Yeah, an honest to goodness flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever caught an actual fish here. Been at least 7 years since I've caught one. I say it's a good omen. What did you do with the fish? Oh, I released it back into the pond. Hoping to catch it again tomorrow. This music is going hard, man. A little higher. Yep. Little lower. Yep. Little higher. Yep. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Look, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tissue in charge when I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want Mission Control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Either way, check in with Beck. I love that the fish are back. That means the bugs are back too, probably. Baby Solomon. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. He you know, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah, thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Moldwin, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope a little nicer the second time around. That's the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. Two activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help, however we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball. Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes. Aww. That would be acceptable. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. After everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end. Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath. Oh. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Luca, did you want a biscotti? On the house. I don't really have time. Serio, you gotta come see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Aw, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you were proud of something. As if I know. It's too late. You are now a 50-year person that cares. He actually cares about something. Who are you? Oh yeah, you're the Beacon dude. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Now I want a biscotti. And it's spoiled. Well, I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Alright, Nuncreed. How you doing? Hiya, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Did you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you still... Mr. Nuncreed shook his head. I was getting ready for work, eating and driving, so I couldn't chat, but I want to say that the fishing exchange was so wholesome. Aw, it was very wholesome. This whole game is wholesome. I love this game. Mr. Nuncreed shook his head. You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. What are these bunnies? Oh my god, they're so cute. With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused. Come one, come all. No one's too big, no one's too small for Jeff's wild ride. Well, maybe not completely unused. Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Me! Are the bugs back? Guess what? Yesterday I saw a Dynastus titius. And that's good? It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become a bug capital of the country. Cool. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in. It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds awful a lot like putting down roots. This place is root worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me in the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't gonna be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Ooh. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them, just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old beacon pines. And thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Oh, I'm gonna put the tree. I don't know if I could do that, chat. It's gonna be sad. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. You're gonna hang on to that little tree. Is it still cold, but not as cold? I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I've begun to lose hope of ever finding it, but you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending, I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together. Prepare your eyes, chat. You're gonna cry. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything. Shucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pa always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you. You know, you don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Excuse me? We're a trio now. Yep. I. Thanks. There's one. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Oh, God. I won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found a perfect way to start our summer. You got some good friends. So proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree. But I know he would have loved this one more, because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. In his butthole? Hey, Dad. Mr. Moldwell says, or Dr. Moldwell says that over the next few days this place should warm up, so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in, big things. Those things, those beliefs were the things that made you you. You wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in. You wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to, but that didn't mean you loved us any less. I may not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. Hmm. This is so sweet. Yay. Oh, I got an achievement. Close the book. This was so cute. Oh my god. Yay. I love a good ending. What y'all think, chat? 10/10 game of the year? I don't know how long the credits are, but is it the song he was humming with his mom? It's good stuff. Probably. Yeah, I think it is. Ten. I love this so much. Nerd monkeys? Maybe not the original narrator. No, the original narrator. I'm. If you don't know, I muted the original narrator because her voice just drove me insane. It was very, very ASMR, not in a good way. Man, if I didn't known about this, I would have totally backed this on Kickstarter. Wow, it's had a lot of backers. Burb. Should watch out for Kickstarter. Yeah. Clockwork Kitten. I can't skip this. Otherwise I would. Plus, I don't know if there's end credits or not. Also, the music is good. Catacomb Battle Chef Brigade. Oh yeah. There's a lot of Jamies. I love a good jaunty piano. Rut row. I was looking at some of these names. They're funny. There's so many. Oh my god. Zeitgeist? After credits? Nope. Oh, after credits. Oh, well, that was fantastic. And I am going to. Oh, wait. Is that it? Oh, yeah, that's it. All right, let me. Oop. Had to look for post credits. We are all Marvel fans. Get this out of the way. Turn on some music. Ow. Hey. How dare. Hello. Alt tab was not working at first. Boop, boop, boop. Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll leave on the. No, I'm gonna put on some not creepy music because the ending was good. How long have I been playing the game? A couple of streams. I think it was like, I think it's been 3 streams that I've been playing it. I've been playing it every Monday. So it's not like super long, but it's kind of long. So yeah, can't watch anything without making sure the credits are the credits, right? Um, but yay, I'll have this VOD and the VOD before this one, which I forgot to put up on YouTube. So if you didn't catch all of it, then it'll be there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I had fun, and I'm glad y'all all came by. Thank you again for the raid. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Arcade Paradise, and then on Friday, more Hobbs Barrel. That'd be fun. Oh, thank you for posting my YouTube. Thanks. There's one video on there now. There will be three by the end of the day. um, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. This was a great stream. Thank you. I'm happy you had fun. Um, but yeah, so I am going to end it because I am hungry. I'm gonna warm me up some food. But yeah, thanks again for everybody for coming by, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye bye.